was it? Because, and I know they made a big thing of it in the commentary and that, but Jaxson didn't build his run based on judging criteria, did he? He built it.
It was always like built it out of nostalgia.
Yeah. He's like He wanted to just showcase his run. I don't know. There was something cool about his approach. I think they summarised it better in the live thingy. But
so for me, I became a massive Jaxson Riddle fan over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
last 10 days, really. Last 10 days.
Yeah.
What he did with that bike with Travis, the Travis Pastrana lookalike bike, just gave me so many feels, man. Like legit, he did that, and it just brings up so many more memories of Travis and action sports. And it's funny that we're talking about Nitro games right now, and that
it's true, isn't it?
Yeah. And he, Jaxson was inspired by him at such a young age.
Yeah,
we'll get into that a little bit if you want. I did have some thoughts on it. By all means, it's up to you, but it really brought up a lot of feels for me. That did legit, because I was like, it was so fucking interesting that Travis had such a massive impact on Jaxson.
Yeah.
That it was the same for me. I'm not, not on a world stage doing Red Bull Rampage and stuff, but so much of who I am and what I enjoy and the scene that I'm in and this and that comes from that guy, comes from Travis, just a little bit earlier than when Jaxson discovered him, which I thought was super interesting, because Jaxson talked about his sort of, I think it was like his 2001 RM125, which he made the bike a copy of. And for me, it was even earlier than that. Discovering Travis, he was racing the Nationals, he was doing X Games, he was just this...
Oh yeah, the VHS, was it 199 Lives? Was that
mate, yeah, 199 Lives,
break his wrist when he was a kid, doing that double and all. Absolutely, yeah.
It brought up so many feels for me.
Yeah, I wonder whether that's because it's a nostalgic period of your life. Like, it's like a period of your life that, like, you were so into it, you would obsess.
You're like a sponge though, aren't you? You just taking it in, and like, I was creepy with that stuff, man. We've talked about it times and times before on here, but the obsession I had with Travis and Jeremy McGrath were just they're just unbelievable, man. Like, I remember seeing they did like these Supercross videos which you could get from Halfords, and it was like, the whole series on one VHS.
Yeah.
And I remember the 1998 one coming out, right? And I'll have been pretty young then, not as young as I wish I was, but I was pretty young, and I remember there was like a segment in it where they interviewed Jeremy McGrath, and he talked about being 16 when he first started racing. And I'll have been like younger than that. So for me, that gave me so much inspiration and so much hope that you could make it and be young. Do you know, be old to the game. And I remember, dude, because I didn't live with my dad, I remember calling him on my mum's phone upstairs. She had a phone in the bedroom, and I'm on the phone. I'm like, Dad, I just watched this video. It is possible. Jeremy McGrath, like, out of breath, like, didn't start until he was 16. So if we get a bike now and I start racing, and it just gave me so much hope and stuff, dude. And it really brought back, like, legit, I know I'm off on a tangent with it, but it brought back so many memories of Travis and how unbelievably sort of important he was to me in my life, and probably loads of people listening to this, that you don't even realise until someone like Jaxson on a world stage goes, I'm dedicating this to that guy. And I was like, fuck, like, because I messaged you straight away. I was like, I want to, like, Jeremy McGrath my e-bike. I want to do something to show my appreciation to those guys, because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be here doing this, right?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I think it goes to show how important it is to be nice to children, almost, isn't it? Or be a good role model, or I don't know. I think it all the time. I think that there's people that I remember so clearly making such.
Is there anyone like that you had? For me, it was Jeremy McGrath, Travis Pastrana as a kid. Like, I really, really obsessed over them, and it was hard to see much of them, because it was, we didn't have social media. You just had a video once a year almost. You had magazines every month. I remember when Jeremy McGrath came to Sheffield for the Supercross, dude, I almost lost my shit, honestly.
Yeah.
I was that creepy kid that was in the pits just getting a photo. I got a really funny photo with him, which I don't know if I've ever shared. It's really funny.
Oh, let's see it.
I'd have to find it. Yeah, I'll try and find it and get it up.
Okay, so I have to do like a fake reaction to it now, because you're going to edit this. And okay, so you ready?
Yeah.
That's a clip.
Yeah, so that's I bought some body armor from the Sheffield Supercross, and I didn't want to get it stolen, so I put it underneath my jumper so I look like an NFL player, and then Jeremy McGrath's got his arm around me. It's so weird.
That is so cute, wearing body armour to a race.
I didn't want to get it stolen, dude, so I had it on underneath my jumper. I'll hopefully dig that out. I'll hopefully dig that photo out, but yeah, I don't know where it could be.
I had this sort of picture of Michael Jordan when I was younger, because obviously you had way less, like, you can make a clear picture of who someone is now with the internet.
Yeah.
But to those younger listeners, when we were younger, you didn't have this. But you really didn't. You had like small Transworld Sports segments. You had like maybe a VHS tape with a couple of interviews. Yeah, you had fuck all. At most, you had like an edited interview lasting 30 seconds long, and you built this picture. And I'd built this picture of this dude that was just like so disciplined and the best, and just literally just
probably quite accurate.
Hard work. Yeah, well, I don't know. He probably also gambled and did awful things, and it was cool because, but back then it was easier to make this picture of just sort of this superhero character than I think maybe it is now.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
The internet shows up flaws.
There has to be an element of mystery around people, right?
Yeah.
So for me, Jeremy was this guy who lived in California, and he just like rode bikes all the time, lived on a farm, and you just had this, like you said, you had this picture built up of how cool he was all the time.
Yeah, but you just built this like cartoon picture. You want everything about that person. Don't you? Like, you want to be that person. You want to know that person. So sick.
It is. I'd love to hear as well in the comments, like, who did you look up to as a kid? I think that could be super interesting to share some thoughts down below in the comment section. Like, who was it when you were a kid that really inspired you? That, yeah, man, it's nuts to think about that stuff. It really makes me reminisce pretty hard about. I even started playing golf because Jeremy McGrath in a video was like, I love playing golf. All of a sudden, I'm at the golf range, dude, with my dad. Yeah, Jeremy plays golf. I got to play golf.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's weird.
But
really cute as well at the same time. Yeah. Just so impressionable.
I definitely had a big. I definitely reckon as well. It was like a combination of like this sort of arguably a made-up character, that number 23 was this made-up character that I'd created. Really, it was like a cartoon of just this fucking super athlete that worked harder than everyone else and tried harder and had the sickest style out of everyone. That's all of the things I wanted. And also, it was the people who were nice to me when I was younger that actually did make a big difference for me. Wow. Massive difference. Like, whether it was a basketball coach, or whether it was like one of my older friends, people who used to, like, I don't know, like, be nice to me at races and stuff, and talk to me at races, like the older guys. I definitely idolise those guys as well. Like, and they don't have to, like you say, they don't have to be like mega stars. They're just a dude who's is that what you mean? Like a dude who's a coach or they were the fast guys when I was younger, like at the races and at the trails. They were the good guys. Yeah, but they were. It was less about how good they were, because that they were just nice to me and treated me nicely, and
that's nice.
I think that counts for a lot, actually, because it's like that's almost the picture that you couldn't, you weren't able to build looking up to sort of these superstars. You couldn't build like a human picture, whereas the older guys that were nice to me, or like stuck up for me when people were horrible and stuff like that, they had a big impact as well, I'd say. Yeah, so it's like, I feel like that's something that you've taken. Yeah, that's sort of what I mean by it all. Is it's like good to be nice at every opportunity, I think.
Did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type The Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!